Morning guys, it's Darren at Green Pro Clean, window cleaning in Nottingham and Derbyshire. Today it's a lovely -2 outside with snow on the ground, so perfect for cleaning windows. I thought I'd take a couple of minutes out to warm the old pinkies up and discuss the topic of customer profiling. Now, profiling is a dirty word in modern society, but every single successful business on the face of the planet uses customer profiling. And before I go on, I want to just make clear that these days we are a water-fed pole window cleaning company. That is all we do. Our vans are kitted out with a 25-foot pole. If it can't be reached with a 25-foot pole, we don't get involved with it. We don't do internal work anymore. We don't do add-ons like gutter cleaning, power washing, so on and so forth. We just do water-fed pole window cleaning. Now, the reason behind this is I never really set out to be a window cleaner. I set out to build a business, as it were. But the core of that business is cleaning windows. That's the bread and butter of it. That's really what we do. And the quickest way to build a nice customer base for us, we discovered, was to do only water-fed pole work, because that's the quickest system around. It's also the safest system around, and I also believe it's the easiest system to teach to staff, so on and so forth. So that's why we went purely water-fed pole. No internal work, no trad work, as I say, just water-fed pole. So moving on to the profiling side of it, there's 5 items that are required to fit our customer profile, and we only take on clients that actually fit all 5 of our customer profile. And I've written them down so that I don't forget, because I always forget one. But basically on the profile we have access, then we have the condition of the property, we have the personality of the customer, the tools required to do the job, and the payment methods. Now, we'll start at the beginning with access, and what I mean by this is when you turn up to the property, whether it's a bungalow or a 3-bedroom detached or whatever it is, does it have access? Can you pull your van up and walk all the way around the property unobstructed? Can you get through the gate at the side? Have they left the gate on the latch for you so that you can get through the side to get to the back of the property? Yes or no, pure and simple. If you have to climb over a gate because it's locked, that doesn't fit our customer profile. We don't climb over gates at all. We don't even have ladders anymore. Do you have to get up and over a garage on a linked detached property to get to the back? If the answer to that is yes, well then that doesn't fit our customer profile. Why? We don't have ladders, so we couldn't climb over that garage if we wanted to. If it doesn't have access all the way around to reach all the windows, purely and simply, we're not going to do it. End of story. So if there's no access, it doesn't fit the customer profile. Next is the condition of the property, item number 2. And you've all seen this. You'll pull up to do a quote, and I hope that you're pulling up to do quotes, not just looking them up on Google Maps. We'll take a little look on Google Maps, but you've got to physically go and inspect the property, because when you look on Google Maps, that picture could be 4 or 5 years old for all you know. And we've all been there, where you pull up to the property with a little bit of anticipation because it's in a half-decent neighbourhood. Now, when you pull up, if the lawn is nicely trimmed, the driveway's kept in good order, not covered in algae and debris, and all the plant pots are nice and the hedgerows are trimmed nicely, then you know that that person takes pride in their home, that they're interested in keeping their house in good order, and that they're going to be a good customer who's actually looking for a window cleaner to help them maintain their home on a regular basis. This fits our customer profile. Sometimes, you'll have all seen this yourself, you pull up to a house, it's got 4 feet of grass weeds in the front yard. It's got a bent frame of an old mountain bike in the front yard. It's got the carcass of a fridge freezer where the scrapmen have cut the motor out, because that's the only valuable part in it, and left the carcass laying about. It's got a garden fence that blew down in 1987 and nobody's bothered paying it any attention since. When you pull up to a job like that, they're not looking for a window cleaner. They're looking for someone to come and clean their windows on a whim, on a one-off, and you're going to have a ball ache trying to get a payment out of them. You've all been there, you've all done it, you all know that I'm right on this one. When we pull up to jobs that look like that now, we simply drive on off. We don't even quote them. It's not even worth getting out the van, because they're going to be a ball ache. They don't fit our profile. I don't want to drag my hoses through 4 feet of weeds, getting them tangled up on fridge freezers with all kinds of crap in the jungle that you can't even see, whether it's dog shit, cat shit, whatever. Doesn't fit our profile. End of. Even sometimes you'll turn up to a nice house, and like I just said, dog shit, you can turn up to a nice place and the yard's littered with it. Oh, I pick it up once a week. Well, if you're not going to pick it up before I come, love, I'm not going to do your windows. Pure and simple. And we will tell customers that, and most of them will be embarrassed about the fact that, oh, well, he's got a point, all that dog shit in the yard, yeah, it's just not good, is it? Let's get that sorted. and they get it sorted, and that's the end of it. You can do the job because you've got the access and you've got the condition. Happy days. Moving forwards, let's talk about personality. Now, I wrote down personality because you don't want those pain in the arse customers, the moaners, the groaners, the ones that follow you around going, oh, are you going to do that corner there, before you've even gotten your gear out of the van, so on and so forth. And when I turn up to quote, I knock on the door, and from time to time you'll get, oh, yeah, just take a look around and knock on the door and give me a quote. They don't even really want to talk to you. They're not even really that bothered about what you're doing or what you can do for them or how you're going to do it. Doesn't fit our customer profile. Turn up to the door, knock on the door to give them a quote, and they're like, oh, you're the window cleaner? Lovely. Let me show you around. These people are interested in what you've got to say. They're interested in what you're doing. They're interested in why you're there. So they're going to be a good ongoing customer. Going to be nice and polite. You don't want the pain in the arses, because you don't want to wake up in the morning going, right, jobs for the day, let's have a look. Oh, Mrs. Smith, well, she's a bit of a ball ache. She's always moaning about something. Oh, Mr. Thompson, crikey, blimey, what a miserable old prat he is. You just don't want that, because your day is defeated before you even begun. You're waking up looking at your job sheet going, oh, Christ, before it's even 8 a.m. When you wake up going, oh, Mrs. Jones, lovely lady. Hey, we'll see Mr. Smith later. There'll be a cup of tea and a Garibaldi in that one. Then you're excited about actually going to work. You're happy to be going out for the day, because everybody you meet is going to make your day brighter. And not only that, they're going to be paying you for it. So personality, to quote Pulp Fiction, personality goes a long way. So with the customers, like I say, if they're a complete and utter miserable old prick, you're better off just getting rid of them, pure and simple. Now, tools. I mentioned at the beginning, tools as item number 4 on my list. As I say, we're a water-fed pole operation only. Our poles are 25-foot max. That'll do ground floor, first floor and second floor, or ground floor, first floor, dormer windows and velexes. Quite happily, no bother. If it needs anything higher than that, we don't get involved with it. Why? Because I don't want to have to go out and buy a 35, 45, 50-foot pole for each van. It's just not needed often enough. I'm not in the habit anymore of buying those tools for that one-off job, spending hundreds. I bought a 35-foot pole once because I needed it for a particular one-off job that was paying me 15 quid a month. And in the end, I sat back and I thought, hang on a second, how many years literally is it going to take me to get back the money that I spent, 500 quid on a pole? It took me 3 years on that one job just because I didn't want to turn the work down, and it was pretty bloody ludicrous. I should have just walked away from it, knocked the house next door, picked that up at 15 quid, can cover it with my 25 footer quite happily. But tools, what tools have you got? What tools do you use? What tools are you willing to use that fit your profile? If a customer wants us to do an internal clean, we don't do them. Why? Simply because we don't have the tools. I know in other videos you've seen how we do internal cleans. It's how we used to do internal cleans. We don't get involved with them anymore. We don't have the squeegees, we don't have the applicators. We've done away with all of that. We've modelled ourselves literally as external, domestic, water-fed pole window cleaners. So if we can't do it with a 25-footer and the water-fed pole, walk away from the job. Doesn't fit the profile. Lastly, moving on, payment. 99.9% of all of our clientele now pay us by go cardless. We have one client who owns 3 massive properties, pays a stupid amount of money, and he pays us on his debit card every month when we're there. But outside of that, it's all go cardless. Why we went this route is pure and simple. Is we go out, do a job here, it'd be noted on the book as, oh, they're a cash payer. If they're not home, you've either got to wait till you see them next month, or you've got to drive back out again, and you're forever waiting for your money, so on and so forth. When you get them quoted up on the go cardless, or set up on the go cardless rather, that's it. You come out, do the job, trigger the payment process, 5 days later the money's in your bank. 99.9% of all of our money is now collected for us. We don't have to do a damn thing about it. Just turn up, do the job, job done. If I turn out to do a quote on this house and I say to the lady, oh, that'll be 15, 20, 25 quid, and once the job's done, you pay on the go cardless direct debit service. And I've had it happen, they go, oh no, I'm not paying direct debit, I'll pay cash. Hold on, love, you don't tell me how you're going to pay me. This is my business. I tell you how we accept payment. Oh, well, I'll pay cash, I don't do direct debits. Well, then we won't be cleaning your windows. Oh, so you don't want the business? No, we don't want the business. We want customers whom are going to pay us on the go cardless, pure and simple, end of. We don't accept cash, we don't accept checks, we don't accept bank transfers even. Reason we don't accept bank transfers is purely and simply because you'd be sitting at home, you've all been there and done this if you accept bank transfers, and you'll be looking through your incoming money for the day going, well, a few more could have paid, I'll have to chase a few more of them up, but hold on, here's a £25 with no reference on it, which bloody job's that for? And you don't have a clue who to tally it to, because customers are useless at even putting their last name as a reference, let alone anything else. So it could have been the husband that paid, or the partner rather, who's got a different last name. Pain in the arse. So payment is key. If it's not on Go Cardless, if it's not on direct debit, we ain't cleaning your windows. And with these 5 little principles of customer profiling, we have grown stronger and faster in the past 6 months than we ever did before. So just to recap, access, can you get all the way around without any aggravation? If so, good customer. Condition of property, is the house in good order? Do they mow the lawn, keep the driveway tidy, keep the plant pots in order? If so, they're interested in having a good regular window cleaner. Number 3 is the personality of the client. Are they a nice person to deal with? If they are, happy days, because if they're not, if they're a total ball ache, they're only going to drag you down every month and make that one day a month of yours a little bit more miserable. Number 4, the tools. Can you do the job with the tools you currently have? If you can, they fit the profile. If they don't, sack it off, move on. Next job. Lastly, payment. Do they fit the payment process that you're willing to accept? Some of you might want to accept cash, that's all well and good, and you tell them it's cash only. Oh no, I'll pay bank transfer. No, you won't. I only accept cash. So at the end of the day, that's down to you how you get paid. You don't have to go cardless, that's just how we do it. But as I say, that's the 5 items there. You've got the access, the condition, the personality, the tools for the job, and the payment process. And that's customer profiling. When they fit all of those 5, I'll clean their windows. If they don't fit one of those, it's not a matter of, oh, well, you know, they want to pay a bit different, so we'll work around that because the other 4's good. No, got to fit all 5 or walk on, as they say. But anyway, guys, I hope you found some useful tips and hints in there. Comments in the box below as usual if you've got anything to say. And apart from that, it's time to get back out of the -2 snow and clean some bloody windows for the day. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.